Good morning, everybody. It's day 14 on my 30-day hike challenge with no coffee. I'm still doing pretty good on the no coffee thing. In fact, I actually don't even desire it right now. I say that until I smell some coffee, but that's okay. I didn't even do any tea yesterday. I didn't do any caffeine. Hey, that's maybe why I got really tired, but that's okay. You know, I'm making my body get used to this. I'm given 30 days to get totally used to it. But I am almost halfway through. Today's day 14 and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a little bit sore. I'm feeling tired during the day a little bit, but not as much. Like when I'm awake, when I take about a 2.5 hour nap during the day right now, it seems. But other than that, whenever I'm awake, I have a lot of energy. So I can't wait till it all just kind of evens out. But it's good. It's good. So I want you to comment below if you haven't done it already. What is your 30-day challenge? You don't have to pick a 30-day challenge that's like me. You don't have to put it on the first of the month. You can, because there's a first of the month coming up. It's the middle of the year. July 1st is coming up, everybody. So maybe there is a good 30-day challenge you can do for July because it's summertime. Maybe that's when you can get up a little bit earlier and spend 1 hour a day on yourself for the whole month of July. Or maybe you could stop coffee. Maybe you could stop cigarettes for a month. Maybe you could not watch TV for a whole month. Wow, what if you did that? How much time would that give you? That might free up a ton of time. So I just want to encourage you, you are worth whatever challenge you want to give yourself, whatever you know you should be doing right now, but you're not quite doing it. Give yourself a 30-day challenge. If you got to quit something, you don't have to quit it for good. Just quit it for now, for 30 days, and give your body a rest. It's like a 30-day fast on something, if you want to look at it that way. So I hope you all are having an excellent day. It is such a beautiful morning out here. I think the moon's out again, just really up high today. It's not full. There it is. Let's see if I can eat the moon. Anyways, all right, so here's what I want to talk about today, which I have a lot to learn on this topic. I have a ton to learn on this topic, but this is about human needs psychology. I've been studying it a little bit here and there, reading some books on it, and it's really fascinating. I'm reading a book right now by Chloe Madanes, M-A-D-A-N-E-S, if you want to Google her. Chloe, C-H-L-O-E. However you're supposed to spell Chloe, but Madanes is M-A-D-A-N-E-S. So first I'm going to tell you the 6 human needs, because the 6 human needs are the base of human needs psychology, HNP. The 6 human needs, the first human need is, what do you think it is? It's uncertainty. The interesting thing is the first 2 human needs, the first one is uncertainty, the second one is, the first one is certainty, second one is uncertainty. So those are the first 2 human needs. And doesn't that just show you immediately how contradictory we are as a human race? We need certainty, and we also need uncertainty. Another word for certainty is stability. So we need stability. Another word for uncertainty is variety. So we need stability, but we also need variety. Can you identify with that? Those are the first 2 human needs. What's the third human need? The third human need is significance. There are a lot of different ways to gain significance. You can do something great. You can feel significant about it. You can also desire to gain significance in a malignant way, which would be like robbing someone at gunpoint. I mean, you got a gun to their head, you immediately become the most significant person in that person's life. So there's a lot of different ways to gain significance. There's a lot of ways to gain significance in the wrong way. There's a lot of ways to experience certainty in a positive way. See, we can experience any one of these human needs in a positive or in a negative way. We can use any of these human needs in a positive or a negative way, in a growth way or a harmful way. So we can use certainty. We can be very certain that this abusive person is going to show up every single day, and we stick in that relationship because we're certain that we're going to have some money, but it's a very abusive person. That is a bad use of certainty, in my opinion. You should be staying with abusive people. However, having a sense of stability from a partner that you're in life with, if you're married to, or your parents or whatever, having a sense of stability is a good thing also. It can be a very good thing. And it's necessary. So there's polarity in every single one of these needs. I hope you understand that. So number 1 is certainty. Number 2 is uncertainty. Number 3 is significance. What's number 4? Number 4 is love and connection. And love and connection, it deals with romantic love and personal connection. It's just connecting with people, or all the way down to actual romantic love with people. So that's number 4. That's a 4th human need, love and connection. What are 5 and 6? Now 4, 5, and 6 are the spiritual needs. 5 and 6 are 2 human needs that not a lot of people force themselves to learn. Not a lot of people, they need them, but not a lot of people force themselves to use them in the positive way. These last 2 human needs, if we want to live a fulfilling life, we need to experience these last 2. And what I'm learning is not a lot of people get to experience these last 2. I mean, unless you choose to, you have to choose to. So what are the last 2 human needs? Growth and contribution. We always got to feel like we're growing. If you can constantly grow, you're going to feel really good. If you can constantly contribute, you're going to feel really good. So those are the 6 human needs, and there's a lot more I have to learn about the interaction between them and the interaction between people and how we use them for our benefit and for our detriment, because we can do both ways. So it's certainty, uncertainty, which is stability and variety. And then there's significance, and then there's love, growth, and contribution. So those are the 6 human needs. All right. And I want to really talk about real quick also, there's 3 types of relationships that we can have. And this is mostly dealing, pardon me, there's the sun coming up. How awesome. Good morning, everybody. So this is really fascinating to me. There are 3 types of relationships, mostly within family relationships, but these, I believe they could probably translate into many other relationships as well. There's a symmetrical relationship, there's a complementary relationship, and then there's malignant relationships. And if you can imagine already what those 3 are. A complementary relationship is one where a husband and wife are doing really well. They don't bicker, they don't argue. They give, they take, they contribute to each other's needs. It's a complementary relationship. Each one of them have responsibilities that complement the other's responsibilities. They're not doing the exact same things in that marriage to contribute. However, they're also caring about the other person's needs, and they're contributing to the other person's desires, needs, wants, and all that kind of stuff. So that is a complementary relationship. You can also have a complementary relationship in a teacher-student relationship or a mentor-mentee relationship. Those are also complementary relationships, because a lot of times a complementary relationship, you'll have someone that will tell another person what to do, or someone that will know what to do based upon what the other person wants. But if it happens mutually, it actually works really well. If you know what the other person wants and you do it for them, and then they know what you want and they do it for you, that's a good complementary relationship. But you can also have it with students and teachers, where you tell the student what to do and the student does it, because the student knows that they're going to be learning something from this other person. So there's a lot of ways to have complementary relationships, but this is a positive one. Now there's also one called symmetrical relationships. Now symmetrical relationships, those are interesting. There is escalation that happens in symmetrical relationships, and it's actually called symmetrical escalation. And what is symmetrical escalation? It's bickering. When in a relationship, if you and your partner want, and it's totally, a lot of times, pointless stuff. I heard an example about a couple at an Italian restaurant. The boyfriend takes the girlfriend to the Italian restaurant, and it's the best Italian restaurant in town. And he orders this pasta, and she's like, I don't know, I might want some steak. And then he's like, well, you can't come to this restaurant. It's a Italian restaurant. You can't come to an Italian restaurant and not order pasta, so order some pasta, honey. And she's like, well, I don't want to. what if I want to order steak? And he's like, baby, you can't do that. You got to order pasta. This is a place. And she's like, I don't have to do anything. If I want to do something, I'm going to order steak. If I want steak, I'm going to get steak. He's like, hey, look, I'm not really this. And as it keeps, it's bickering. And then all of a sudden it ends up, he ruins the meal for her and she ruins the meal for him. And it's all ruined. That's a symmetrical escalation situation where everybody's trying to get the upper hand. You're trying to show the other person that you are the one in charge, that you are the one that's the strongest one in that situation. And that can escalate into a bickering situation. Now, there's a third type, and it's called malignant escalation. Malignant escalation is not a good situation. It's a terrible situation. It's actually a situation that can lead to violence. Because malignant escalation is when both people are actually trying to hurt each other. And that is how the situation gets escalated. So if you can identify with any one of these relationships, or if you can identify with human needs psychology, I would recommend that you would go check out Chloe Madanes and read some of her books. She has got some audio books, and just check out human needs psychology. See what you think. It's very fascinating stuff. When it really, there's one situation also where it talks about the types of relationships as in shapes. So shapes, think about a triangle. I can't do a triangle with one hand. Maybe I can, I don't know. There's a triangle relationship. A triangle relationship is there's 3 points of, there's 3 people. And it's 2 parents and a kid, but it can be any 3 people. But it's 2 people in power, 1 person not in power. However, that 1 person not in power might hold a lot of the power. Because a lot of times this third person that nobody wants to argue with is the one that the other 2 are allowing to create the rift between them. For instance, husband, wife, kid who doesn't want to do anything. Husband and wife begin arguing with themselves because they don't feel comfortable telling the third person the truth. So then they bicker with themselves. So that's a triangle relationship. And there's also circle relationship. I hope you guys are getting this. I hope you guys are enjoying this. It's fascinating to me. But then there's a circle relationship. And what's a circle relationship? How different is that from a triangle? Well, the circle relationships, that's our peer group. This is where everybody in the group is at the same level or similar levels. We all need circles, and we're all in triangles. So just understand, all this is doing for me is shedding light on my personal relationships, shedding light on all the relationships in my life and making me question how I act, how I interact, and how other people act with me and what it means and how to get better in my relationships. So I hope this is all helping you too, because it's fascinating stuff. Really, really fascinating stuff. And also, hey, I got this shirt in South Africa. This is Ubuntu. Do you guys know what Ubuntu is? Ubuntu is a philosophy. I think it's also like an operating system or some kind of a computer program. But Ubuntu is a philosophy, an African philosophy called contributionism. It's actually a society where they're eliminating money and they are bringing in just contributionism. So you can live in a society without money, but you will contribute to your expertise and your knowledge. And it's a very fascinating concept. But also, everybody's trying to go away from money and against money because there's this big thing on money that is bad. But there's a lot of benefits to money too. Money is actually the thing that built this whole country. And there's a lot of ways to use it properly. There's a lot of ways to use it bad. But money is a tool just like anything else we're gifted. It's tools, just like all 6 human needs. They could be used positive, they could be used negative. So choose how you want to learn from the relationships in your life and choose to grow from them, because the top 2 human needs are growth and contribution. And once you start experiencing growth every single day, and once you start contributing more, that's when life starts shining. That's when everything starts shining a lot more. So I hope you know I love you. Hope you guys have any questions. If you do have any questions, please put them in the comments below, because I really want to answer your questions. I want to answer the questions that are really going on in your life. And one of these videos, I'm going to have to talk about moringa, but I might have to bring up some moringa to the top of the mountain so moringa can experience the mountain with me. But you guys are awesome. You're amazing. And I hope you have an incredible weekend. But today's Sunday. Wow, it's already Sunday. Day 14 for me. And we are getting close to July, the middle of the year. So I would ask you, what are your mid-year resolutions? What are your mid-year resolutions? And also, if you guys haven't checked it out, my first shareable nugget was released yesterday, where I went full preacher on these little quick 2-minute shareable nuggets. So if you feel like sharing them, feel free. Today, my second one's coming out, but I got 37 of them. Not all of them are full preacher, but there's a handful of them that are. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope you're having an incredible day. And yeah, until next time, develop awesome skills. My name's David A. Stone, and go find your gold.